A team like Empire can fall out of favor with a map like Consulate. So
I desperately want to see them play in a best of 5. I know it's always going to be their first pick insta-ban, but just imagine they make...
Let me see, wait. Specifically November 2018. They played.
And Eclipse as the Ash and Jaeger will tussle on top of yellow stairs with barbed wire surrounding him as Joystick. He's going to get some pressure from the skylight as he sees one of the ADS charges get burned. That is going to be his savior. Grenade ready to get tossed on in. There you go. ADS gets burned. Is there another? It seems to work. And you swing on in, and down goes Joystick. Very first kill of this map will be Hyper. And it will be Empire who got it map number 1, but DarkZero this time. Some significant damage going out. Or at least it sounded like it from that SMG-11, but no, it's just into the corpse, rather, of Joystick. There's the SMG-11 to finish off the drone as DarkZero has 2 people standing. One on top of the skylight and the other on the actual stairs right now. On yellow, watching. Down below and a very powerful outside. Information on the rappel that is happening on bathroom as Mint is appeared to be upside down. Still playing behind that shield as Hyper is daring somebody to engage, but it was actually Eclipse on bathroom who walks right in and then loses himself to a nitro cell. Excellent call from Scyther. He's going to look for a run out through the main door, but Hyper and Mint are able to take down 2 members of Empire. Dan jumps out. 2 beautiful plays from Dan, and now he just needs to wait to see if Scyther's able to get there in time for the diffuser, which is caught at the final second once again by Dan. Hyper pistol out. He's not going to be able to do anything. Dan single.
Oh, wow. The awareness on Dan, just remarkable. We're happy with that C4. It does get a drone, so not a total loss, I guess. Who's looking for the Thermite, who might have been going first, like an exothermic charge. Anyway, that last round was definitely DZ's. Well played to Dan for securing it. 1-0 Empire. Basement defense now. DarkZero pedal to the metal here. They haven't cleared out upstairs, and you can see that Karzeka is going to be trying to punish. Might be the first.
I think it's the first gridlock we cast, period, actually.
At this tournament,
yeah, you and I at least. Every single round, as has Buck, I feel like.
You know, I gotta say, I think the gridlock would have been a great operator on Coastline for DZ, based on the way that Empire was playing. I mean, we're past that now, but you know.
Past the point of Hyper as he hits his expiration date. Diffuser's going down though, hot and cold. Is he going to get spotted at all, or is he going to be able to walk away with this one? Yeah, he gets spotted. There's Scyther right in the nick of time, and 1 for Empire as well as Dan gets in on the fun. That's Mint with the 1 kill, and well, it's him and Skies in a 2v3, but bullet. The problem for DarkZero is they don't have the numbers for a flank watch, and well, it's Joystick that's about to flank. The moment that he starts bucking away at the floor, Joystick will know that there's nobody nearby. At least if the call can be made as well onto the position of Mint outside.
It goes into white to try and clear someone out from that position. The second one's caught by an ADS, so no detonation. Diffuser needs to be recovered. Joystick gets Skies. It's all on Mint in the 1v3. 2 lit opponents, but still not very likely. 23 seconds to get this. He's made noise. The player at the back white must know his position at this point. And there's the pre-fire from Kitchen.
Aggressively, especially in and around console office. Yellow
lock experience or experiment, pardon me, has been shuttered. They're not doing that anymore. It's gone. I'm guessing that DarkZero decided that after losing, he'd be able to juggle his ADSs. You could see Sky setting up the nade. It will be caught by an ADS. And likely, whoa, it will not be caught by an ADS. No EMP. Thatcher's banned. So I'm not sure what cleared out the ADS. Maybe it was picked up or shot or cleared by something other than what I heard, but I'm surprised Hyper loses that. Karzeka gets the better of his opponent on the window. Still though, the player at the top of yellow is dead. So DZ has an opening.
Karzeka didn't take any damage on that either.
Yeah, not a single shot, so he's not even
a single lick of damage. Yeah. I didn't see him heal himself right after he got the shot off. That's why I was asking, because I know that he's down a stim pistol, but at the same time, like after he fought with Hyper, we immediately switched to his perspective, and he had his gun out. So I mean, maybe
not sure.
Maybe just my boomer eyesight here, Michael. Down goes Karzeka though, so the stim pistols are not going to be effective at all. And there's another, as it's a cleanup onto Dan, who had been knocked previously. Meaning that Shepard and Scyther now are going to these operators to stop DarkZero when the execute happens. If DZ can get somebody down onto that basement floor, where it appears that we see Scyther playing, then this can possibly be stopped. Rather, it's Shepard. Other way around, Scyther's on the main floor, and he actually expends his nitro cell a little bit too early.
Destructible from below. Marks come out inside of A, though. Empire knows where it's going down, tries to make a hole. Eclipse will get Scyther as he rotates up. That's too little, too late, Shepard. And now he's going to have to retake on 4. This should be a pretty easy holdout for DarkZero these last 30 seconds in the post plane.
Flash is going down onto yellow stairs because they know there's only 2 ways up here that Shepard is going to attempt, unless he decides to go all the way over towards Visa, and he's not going to get it.
I thought that the ADS would catch the nade, but clearly
Window and possibly even on repel on yellow window. So there's a lot that comes with that, and it doesn't appear that anybody from DarkZero knows where it is. Medics obviously go back in time and rewatch it.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Wait, how do you do that? You guys should see his face right now.
ADS active.
So double ADS, Joystick's not taking any chances. Triple ADS all the way, but that nade doesn't get caught by 1. And Skies, once again, successfully dispatches Joystick with a nade. There wasn't active ADS. I guess something was blocking it, or maybe the nade was placed in a specific location that could be seen by the ADS. Whatever the case be, we know that the nade landed. That's all that really matters.
Mozzie spotted on a drone as well, so DarkZero's got these drones in excellent position to be able to see the members of Empire. Tree and isn't able to do much with it. Mint doing all the work himself. It's his drone. He manages to spot Dan, goes on over, and jumps in, gets the kill. Shepard is down now as well, as DarkZero have control. Down goes Karzeka, 3 kills for Skies. Scyther's down below with a nitro cell in hand. He can stop a plant, but with a minute to go, there's going to be so much time left. On Skylight Rappel, he sees a member of DarkZero and doesn't actually land a single shot. Desperation C4 as his meeting up top will be shut down. The meeting of the minds.
On the middle 4 in the previous round. The biggest thing is that one
Sight was not there.
So technically, I've never tested it. I know that it's line of sight based, but I've never tested whether it goes through a player or not.
Yeah, I haven't either, which is why I'm speculating. Like maybe he just blocked. Ooh, excellent entry from Hyper. And speaking of Joy,
Hyper, you gotta love that coordination. I mean, you have to admire it on DZ. Joystick wants
to be here. You got to heat back up on another map. Maybe on Bank. Maybe we'll see you on Bank, or at least on Attack, or maybe Thursday or Wednesday. We don't know. Some point.
Yeah. Specifically, that makes it so that floor place ADS just doesn't see the nade. Whatever the case be, we do know, again, the nade lands. I'm not sure.
Probably a pest.
Oh, yeah. Probably a pest.
My guess would be a pest.
Pests are so good, man.
Or a mute jammer, but no, there's that mute jammer is placed very well. That's exactly what it is.
He missed both times, I think.
Both times it hit
the projectile. It's not a bullet.
Yeah.
It used to be, by the way. I'm pretty sure it used to be that Ash charge was like actually the size of a bullet, hitbox-wise.
Well, I mean, it's been opened up now as Skies finds Hyper, or Scyther rather, and then also takes out Shepard. He's inside and close enough to be able to take full control. Are we about to witness yet another flawless round for DarkZero here as they've seemingly warmed up? The answer is yes.
Wow.
Very much so, yes. That was a quick one.
These last 3 rounds have been... But you remember that DarkZero is a team that studies their opponent. Maybe Joystick places his ADS. I'm trying to figure out why the nades are detonating and Joystick is dying continuously. And I really do think that he needs to reposition at least one of those.
Oh. If you are Empire and you end up losing this one, then thankfully for you, if there really is any momentum, then it gets swapped on over as Empire goes on to defense, or Empire goes on to attack, rather. DarkZero will be the team that will go on to defense. These colors are really screwing with me.
Yeah, they only do it at LAN where they switch that up.
It's really screwing with me.
Oh, he moved one of his ADSs. It's to a place that can be shot, but it's unlikely anyone's going to peek that.
He's also not playing as aggressively on yellow, but if they haven't droned him out, they don't know. Inside of the bathroom, he's in a really rough spot. Joystick peeks, but for a second, doesn't lose anything for it, as Skies is not able to pull the trigger fast enough, and Joystick will maybe go back for seconds, as Hyper has been absolutely fantastic on these opening duels. It's Shepard cleared in a bathroom, and the smoke is down for the count.
Hyper gets the second onto Joystick, so once again, Joystick just not allowed to play around. And he will have to sit on the bench with Shepard, both of them waiting to see if their team...
Here will probably be the easiest chance. There you go, it's broken as Dan takes out Eclipse, so that timer will now reset on the next kill for Empire. They're going to need to find a couple more if they want to be able to draw even. A swing on in and the fuse ready to be planted by Hot and Cold as he's attempting it. But you know the Maestro can't really do all that much. There's air jabs in play. The 3 members of Empire that are left will need to now work into an execute that's been pulled off by DarkZero, and immediately DarkZero loses too. The timer will continue to run. It will force both Skies and Mint to have to do some great work. Skies, skeleton key out, splat goes the Maestro, he'll fall down, and it's all up to Dan. Starts to defuse. Oh, there goes the Nitro Cell. Skies will have to tussle.
Oh, he's reloading!
No! Dan, how do you do that? He cuts him off the wire. He's got the shotgun out. Can he make it there in time?
Oh, God.
He's only got 6 seconds. I don't think he's going to make it, Michael. No?
No.
He doesn't make it.
He didn't make it with 1 second! Oh, no! A second that. After he shot the air jab, that was the moment of truth.
That was a mess.
Well, the air jab being shot. Let me see details real quick for a second, medics. So I want to highlight something, actually. The only so much. If DarkZero win this, of course, we'll go to map number 3. If we get to map number 3, it will be bank. And I just realized that I have been writing my consulate score notes on my bank page. So, whoops. I think there might be 2 in bathroom. Yes, Hyper and Eclipse in bathroom. Now, this is a really interesting setup. 3 ADSs. This is why they banned Thatcher. This right here is why they banned Thatcher. 3 ADSs and a shield. There goes Eclipse, though, because there's an angle from CEO that you could see Eclipse in that position.
That's a nice angle, but
nasty angle. And Hyper will get away, because there was a moment there where Dan was not looking at the correct angle. But I have actually never seen that angle employed in comp. That's the first time. And Empire are pulling out all the stops here. That's a really impressive stuff there.
You've still got lots of soft destruction for those operators to take up a home in the antechamber and then, of course, into Piano as well. And that's where the sledging will begin with Hot and Cold down below. He needs to be very wary of the Electric Claw, which I think he might have just blown up with his Nitro Cell.
Yep.
Yes, he did, and that's a mistake. But there goes the Electric Claw on the wall. It's not going to be able to get retrieved. It gets shot, and Shepard now knows it's perfect for him to be able to get in. Hot and Cold has nothing to stop this. Nobody from DarkZero has anything to stop this. And you can see the absolute destruction above. Hot and Cold can't even stop Karzeka from finding him either, as he gets splattered all over the concrete, as that's the second kill for Empire. An opening and a rotate that is being created very late round with 20 seconds to go, and all of DarkZero will now need to scramble as the diffuser is being attempted to get planted down by Shepard, and nobody from DarkZero can stop this. A gunfight over towards Visa Stairs, and then finally they managed to get Shepard, but it's a little bit too late with Hyper there as well. Still an advantage for Team Empire, as well as the diffuser being down. Well, that's a tall task for DarkZero to work against this. It's a jump out and repositioning from the members of Empire, as they now just need to sit and watch that diffuser that's down in front of the white van. But the Maestro wins the fight. Somehow this is now even at 2-2. Karzek is very low on HP, but there's no ACOG, so the distance will at least favor the attackers for now. Skies is putting in so much work, but he's running out of time, and Scyther is very far back with ACOG in hand. There's no way that the Maestro is going to be able to see this. How can you throw this if you're Scyther? He's long-arming it. He's long-arming it, and he's only got a second left. You got to get there quickly enough there.
3K, pretty impressive stuff, but it didn't really actually matter in the end. When the site came out, you're going to try and hold on to admin as long as possible, and then just hold on to the site as well. Maybe have some players downstairs. Some teams try for hard C4 strategies where they'll place just like 4 C4s under the site, under archives, and then they can play B while simultaneously. I mean, he could have flanked if he had stayed there, and if there was an opportunity to flank, but he doesn't think that there's going to be, so he'll leave because he's going to be preemptive. He's also going to be able to rotate yellow stairs.
Oh my. Eclipse gets spotted out by Karzeka. You heard 2 different weapons actually being worked on, or working on Eclipse there, as he's taken, spotted by the Visa doorway. There's really nothing that he would be able to do. Very, very close, only a couple meters away lays Dan, who can just walk on in whenever he wants, but he knows that they have to clear out that basement floor before anything happens, because there's still 3 Nitro Cells that are in the hands of DarkZero, and of course, goes the Maestro camera, and down goes the Valkyrie camera that had been pinged way earlier. Dan on top of the table will manage to avoid that Nitro Cell, and Empire have great coverage right now. Skies finally spotted, and Mozzie not able to do much. Hyper missing his shots against Scyther, but Hot and Cold finds 2. That C4 goes off at the right time. Diffuser goes down as well, so this is trouble for DarkZero, and the advantage favors Empire in terms of numbers and the objective as well. 2 rounds in a row where Empire have been spectacular, and that's a beautiful shot from Joystick, just picking away. There's an air jab that will stop Mint from going on in. No, apparently it's taken care of, but he's not going to be able to get...
But Empire didn't expose themselves to that. They weren't attacking in a way that was vulnerable to that. It's not really on DZ, that's just, it happens. You know?
That's history somewhat repeating itself as well. When we said that DarkZero couldn't catch a break in the FaZe Clan matchup yesterday, so...
Oh, that C4 was so close.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Michael. Neither of those are in this game. Actually, hand grenades are in this game, I guess.
I feel like there's a horseshoe or two on a map somewhere.
Probably Outback.
Probably Outback. That was my first thought too. Yeah. The main event, yeah.
I'll ask them.
Probably not actually going to, but
No, we'll definitely forgot.
yep, 100%. Got so much Siege to play, so much Siege to watch and cast and all those things. Empire again attacking onto Teller's archives here. DZ, they think they can fix the mistakes they had the last round. They did place one more Evil Eye in Teller's, so that is an adaptation. I noticed that. At least they moved their Evil Eye. I don't know if they actually put Evil Eyes in there. Maybe that will give some more information to the DZ guys, because they did lose info on Teller's. That was a big thing.
Yes.
Prevented them from landing their C4s. Also lost the Valkyrie cams. Looks like Eclipse is also going to play Insight. He's used his C4, so is Hyper. Only 2 C4s left.
The castle was more of a hindrance as well, so I can understand why DarkZero would move away from that, especially when Mint tried to come back to the site. Ooh. What a shot from Eclipse onto Dan, just dragged from above, trying to capitalize off of all the marks that are going down and maybe do some following up. And that's Shepard doing just that, onto the Kaid of Eclipse that's down below. Instead of a castle barricade, it's an air jab, and a second one gets deployed inside of the site. So anywhere away from Visa Stairs is in significant trouble. No way Skies is going to win that. Joystick doesn't even take a single point of damage, and now Empire find themselves with an advantage of their own in terms of numbers, despite trailing right off the hop.
Oh, it looks like Empire are going to regain that lead, but Hyper's trying to say no sir to Scyther. There's also very little time here. The Joystick will find Hyper hot and cold back onto Karzeka. The drop is in. That's the planter, Shepard. He's exposed. Diffuser down. Only 6 seconds left. 2 still alive for DZ. It's all on Joystick to find 2 in 2 seconds, but he can't make it happen as the Valkyrie just waits things.
DarkZero, there is, you know, there might not be another opportunity. This is
about Bravo at the end. Another match is going on right over there. Should definitely check that out.
And of course, it's FaZe versus Fnatic, where they are currently tied at 1 map apiece. So if you are a fan of either of those teams, feel free to do so. Also, if you speak Portuguese, there is the Brazilian stream as well. So you can go and listen to that. It's just Rainbow Six BR. So you have Rainbow Six BR, and Rainbow Six BR.
Rainbow 7 Trench Warfare?
Goodbye to Joystick. The Nomad is not going to be able to do too much, as the Mute camped out on his jammer by the vending machines will manage to get that pick at the top of Visa Stairs. Empire has control of admin, so they know how close they are to confronting Eclipse, who's going to be given a good boy disguise with the stim pistol. Will give Eclipse a little bit extra staying power. It's not going to give them anything.
I just want to say that Eclipse just won that fight against Joystick, and that was the most important fight of this entire engagement. That's going to make it much easier for Skies to cover Eclipse's back. The only thing that this hold that we're seeing DZ employ right now is Extendo to try and gain line of sight onto the A-bomb site. And he's done that. Hyper playing the corner. Oh, and he's known. That's wow, easy kill there and a nice pick.
Long as he had both his back getting shot by Shepard. Eclipse decides to peek, and it's another kill for Shepard. The hard support for Empire is waking up. And with it, team's fortunes are starting to rise. With the dock on the board, you'd imagine there'd be more stim pistols given out. Skies is 2 of them. Don't get greedy. Hot and Cold's so low, and so is Mint. You're going to need to give them a little extra. But no, Skies just catches Scyther as he runs right in. The Sophie of Dan is vaulted in, and he's going to come after the dock, but he knows that that deployable shield is a much stronger adversary. DarkZero's not giving them a single thing. Still trying to take care of this dock. Around the corner he goes. The do-si-do, up, down, left, right, and with the timer on the line, Diffuser will not go down.
Really hard challenge for Eclipse from Soda Machine onto top Visa is overall. If DZ manage to win one of the next 2 rounds, we will go to the final map of the series, which will be Bank. But that's an if. Empire could push this to OT and win it in the 2-0.
It's to being able to now punish anybody that decides to go things up. the comparison to Empire was made, and well, what they said was that when things go according to plan, they really go according to plan. But when they start to fall apart, there's nothing you can really do because you don't have those deviations or the ability to adapt. In this case, right now, over those last 2 rounds, Empire's adaptations were not as strong as they are, or as we're used to seeing. And because of this, DarkZero dug themselves out of the hole momentum-wise, found that fire, and now sit on match point. Of course, these teams winning their own map picks is his focus belt.
I don't think that Empire knows Eclipse is here because they're playing like they've cleared things out, and that's shocking to me. They haven't droned this. I think he's gonna, yeah, there you go. Karzeka completely exposed to Eclipse, who goes for an aggressive play. Good calculation there from Eclipse. Poor assessment of the situation from Empire. Hyper will also get Joystick, who's coming down Spiral. That is a really unfortunate exposure of Joystick, and that'll give DZ the man advantage in the last 30 seconds.
Really impressive stuff now on Yellow Stairs, as Empire will have to go through the smoke, both in terms of the garage and on the Yellow Stairs, to be able to do some good. Hot and Cold is very low, so 1 bullet will take him out. Mint engaging, will Hot and Cold be able to come to the rescue? He decides to push up Yellow. There he is. He's in the gas himself. It's 2 kills for Empire to draw back to even. Hot and Cold so low, he sees the Thermite, tries to do some significant damage, cannot do it. Oh, he gets downed. This could be it. It's Hyper now in a 1v1 with Shepard going for the plant. Sophia stands herself up. Off the plant she goes, and that's good enough for